I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm delighted to be joined today by Nico Walsh. Nico, how's things?
Everything's going great. How are you?
All good, man. It's good to speak to you again. I think we'll get straight into it. Of course, your grandfather was iconic in our sport, but not just in our sport. As a human being, he was a remarkable man also. Talk to me about what it was like to be Muhammad Ali's grandson, first and foremost.
Honestly, I'm so used to it because it was, to me it was just my grandfather, but yeah, I don't really think of it as that. I just think, it's just family, so it's normal to me.
Of course, and obviously there's an added pressure in your career that comes with being Muhammad Ali's grandson, and I think that it's evident in your career so far that has been like an added pressure for you. But it also comes as kind of almost a good thing as well, because it gives you added eyes on your career at the beginning that maybe some people wouldn't get at this stage of their career. How has it been for you dealing with all that added pressure?
Honestly, the pressure doesn't bother me at all. It's what I've been having trouble with in boxing has been, if anything, mental. But that comes with the sport, that comes with the territory, and it has nothing to do with me being, who I am. Personally, I don't feel any additional pressure outwardly. I have a lot of I put a lot on myself. So that's the pressure I feel. I myself want to be great. It has nothing to do with my grandfather.
With you being you're 6-0, 5 KOs, just over a year really since you turned pro. Are you happy with the pace that your career started off at?
Absolutely. It started very fast. I like that. It's definitely a blessing and a curse being who I am. Normally someone of my caliber, someone with 6 fights, wouldn't be fighting as frequently as I am, or maybe not even that, but they wouldn't be fighting on ESPN every single fight. They wouldn't be fighting, for my third fight, I fought a dude who was 6-0. So, like the opponents I'm facing because of my name. And, so that's the curse side of things, but it's obviously a blessing because I'm given the opportunity to, be with Top Rank, fight on ESPN. So there's good and bad.
Will we see some big nights ahead for you under the Top Rank banner? And what I mean by that is, are we going to see you maybe in different countries? You've just been in the US so far. Can we maybe see that the Ali tour go worldwide at some point for you and start going on these shows in different countries?
Definitely. I mean, unfortunately, because of Top Rank, they don't allow me to say anything, but it's definitely on the horizon. To travel the world really, and just fight in different places. So it's on the horizon, and it's definitely coming soon.
I've seen you use that famous Ali shuffle. Is that something that just happened naturally, or did you think about that and envisage it before it happened?
It was something that came naturally. I know a lot of people don't believe me, but it's in my blood. It's so, it's just something my grandfather did. It's something I used to watch as a little kid. So it's obviously on my mind, it's in my subconscious, but it just came out naturally. I just wanted to showboat because my opponent was talking trash and, we were having fun. So that was my way of just, having fun.
You were last out in August against Reyes Sanchez. It's actually the second time you fought him in your first 6 fights. How did that come about?
Well, the first fight was my toughest fight. It was my closest fight. It was a majority decision victory, and I wasn't happy with that. It was my worst performance, and then since that fight, I was showing vast improvement each fight, and I wanted to go back and correct the wrong with Reyes and stop him. I wasn't going to tell anybody that before the fight, but I wanted to stop him. I wanted to knock him out. And that's what I did. So now that I cleared my name with that, I feel like in my mind I've got a perfect record now. I've knocked out every single opponent, and I've been going upward each fight. That's exactly what I want, just improvement each fight.
Is that the type of fighter that we can expect from Nico Ali Walsh? Forget about, like, we're never going to be able to forget about the Muhammad Ali connection. But are you going to want to come out every fight, meet the other guy in the middle of the ring, and ultimately get that stoppage?
Well, I'm actually, my last fight was the only time I was really wanted a stoppage. I don't normally look for the stoppage, but clearly I've got, power, and you can see that in the ring. So it happens naturally. The way I train is so rigorous that, it's hard to not get a stoppage from the way I've been training, because I don't think any other fighter I'll be facing anytime soon is training the way I am. It's not happening.
You're right next on October 29th on a massive card, Madison Square Garden, Lomachenko undercard. How excited are you for that?
I'm stoked. I believe my grandfather had 8 fights in the Garden. This one's in the Hulu Theater, which I love the Hulu Theater venue. It's like super intimate, and the crowd feels real close to the ring, so it's going to be really fun. It's another honor. Last time I was at MSG was again under a Lomachenko card, so it's going to be super fun. And the most important thing to me is that I'm fighting with guys that I love. Troy Isley's fighting on that card. Duke Reagan's fighting on that card. Tiger's fighting on that card. Delonte Johnson, Richard Torres. It's a stacked card. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Have we any idea on an opponent for you yet, or not just quite yet?
Yeah, they've got someone. He's like from Minnesota or something. I forgot his record. He's like 5-1, 6-1, something like that. He's got a good record. Something like that. But I've been hearing about him, and I kind of know his style because he fought someone else with Top Rank back in 2020. So yeah, no, it'll be a fun fight.
Finally, Nico, before I let you go, what does the next 6 months and 12 months look like for Nico Ali Walsh? Where do you want to be or see yourself in that time frame?
Well, in 12 months, if I stay on the track that I'm at right now, in 12 months, I don't know if it's possible, but in 12 months, I'd like to be 13-0. I'd like to be 13 fights in, which would be that's 6 fights. So that's 1 fight every 2 months. It's likely, it's possible. I could do it, but that's where I'd like to be. I can tell you that I'm going to be busy, in the near future. So that's always fun.
Well, look, we look forward to it, Nico. It's been great having you on, and hopefully we'll see you across the pond very soon. And we'll do this again very soon. Thank you, mate, for your time. Appreciate it.
Of course, yeah. No, I'd love to talk to you in person when I fight over there someday, because it's gonna happen.
100%. We'll do that very soon, Nico. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something. Completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.